Good morning from Rummelsburg, Berlin. My name is Eugen and I love to travel, and I'm going to show you today that this neighborhood, this Victoria Stadt in Rummelsburg, is actually one of the most balanced neighborhoods that you can find in Europe and in Berlin. So behind me you have a Soviet memorial, and next to the Soviet memorial basically we have this church. So a Soviet memorial, by the way, the Soviet Armee. It is clearly written here, the Soviet Armee, and here we have a church. So basically you have a Soviet memorial inside the backyard of a church. There's no contradiction here apparently, for the Berliners anyway. And also across the road we have different kinds of buildings, like all the refurbished buildings here. You have also kind of like newer buildings, newly constructed buildings. And again, it's going to be another church over there, another old church. And yeah, well, Berlin is this kind of place. The most livable big city in Europe. Definitely the most livable big city in Europe. And I'm speaking, when I'm saying big city, I'm saying more than 1 million inhabitants. Yeah, Berlin has almost 4 million inhabitants. There you go. I'm going to cross the road and get just into the thick of it, into the maze of buildings and little streets. Yeah, so let's see exactly what's going to happen. Yeah. So again, the city does not disappoint. This neighborhood is situated like east of Ostkreuz, for people who know exactly where Ostkreuz is in Berlin. That's basically central eastern part of the city, and it's from Ostkreuz to Rummelsburg. We're now like in the Rummelsburg part of the neighborhood, and the idea here is to walk to Ostkreuz from Rummelsburg and see exactly how everything looks like. So it's like the S-Bahn on the bridge, which is the metro service. Of course, problems like in every big city. And yeah, we're gonna go left on that main street over there. All kinds of little parks, really well maintained on every corner. And yeah, it's getting better and better here. And look at this. Very, very interesting here. Durchschnittstraße apparently. Nice little vegetation on the building. So you see, you have a lot of older buildings from the turn of the century, the turn of the 20th century actually, from the 19th to the 20th century. And most of them have been refurbished. Not all of Berlin was destroyed in 1945 by the Russians. Probably a quarter of it still remained standing. And some of the buildings were just damaged, not completely destroyed, so they could be refurbished, by the way. And yeah, another little park. This is a water pump, basically. It says no drinking water, but the water is fine, I can tell you. Very well maintained. Like the Germans, they don't really like to build new things if the older things still work. There's no point in doing that. They just have no response to peer pressure, and they just don't want to conform and be exactly like all the other cities, all the other countries also. It's pretty nice. You see now a new structure, that one over there, and it's blending in with the older structures. So the style of Berlin, the style of architecture, is basically a collage of different periods, and the style is called eclectic. Yeah, eclectic, as you hear. Yeah. And this will have to go in the direction of Warschaustrasse or Oskowitz, or somewhere in between these streets. See some more modern buildings over here. Yeah. And also a lot of vegetation. Even though it's been said that Berlin really has no vegetation and everything is like communist and stuff, it's really not true. You have also the communist areas, of course, because half of Berlin was formerly communist for 45 years, but still we have also the other buildings. Other buildings like these ones, you see here, this is Spitastrasse. There are all kinds of little structures here, old and new. Yeah. And it's about to rain heavily apparently. Just 5 days ago we had here 40 degrees, 39.8 degrees. It was amazingly hot for Berlin. Amazingly hot actually. And again, some more playgrounds which are very well integrated with the surroundings and with the buildings around it. There's a concept in Germany and in Berlin of kiez, like neighborhoods. And everything has to be at a certain distance from one another. Like the neighborhood has to have this amount of park space, this amount of distance between the schools and the public transportation. It has to be constructed in a certain way. Supermarkets have to be at a certain distance between one and another, and also from a certain distance towards the public transportation stops. So, yeah. And it's all respected, still in Germany, still respected this. You have all these kind of theories that Germany actually, it's like a declining power. Really, like the Germans in the last 20 to 30 years have been concentrating in creating a very, very livable country with all the difficulties. So economic growth in statistics is really important, but it's not that important to sacrifice the majority of the people's lives. And they actually are understanding this very, very well, the Germans. And yeah, we're getting close to this Kaufland. I think we're gonna find a Kaufland on the right hand side somewhere, just behind this building. A lot of fast food have appeared in the last couple of years. Unfortunately. And yeah, very close to us there's going to be a Kaufland, which is a German supermarket, by the way. So now we have 20 degrees, 5 days ago we had 40 degrees. And that will be the station called Oskowitz, the modern structure in the distance. The metro station, train station. And yeah, as you can see, we're exactly near the Kaufland. And yeah, this was the neighborhood called Victoria City, Victoria Stadt. And if you want more of this, just subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, you will be notified whenever I'm posting something new, and you know the drill. So far so good. So what? Bye bye.